The Seattle Seahawks return to the Super Bowl once again after a 31-27 victory over the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford, 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns. Blake Corum, 55 yards on the ground. Kyron Williams added another 39 on the ground. Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 165 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 4 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown as well. On the other side, Sam Darnold, 25 of 36, 346 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. No interceptions, no turnovers. Kenny Walker, 19 carries, 62 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, who the best wide receiver in the game this season, 10 catches, 153 yards and 1 touchdown. I said not to panic about that 4-interception game, early on in the season against the Rams, where everyone was like, oh my God, this is what's going to derail Seattle. They're not going to be able to do it. Sam Darnold is the same Sam Darnold. And I said, well, hey, I don't think that Sam Darnold is going to throw 4 interceptions again if the Seahawks meet the Rams. And I also said if Seattle met the Rams in the playoff scenario and the game was in Seattle, I thought the Seattle Seahawks would win. Now, what do we see here? Sam Darnold did not turn the ball over. I didn't think he would do that again. Not that bad. Because even when Sam Darnold had those 4 interceptions, and it was a bad look as we saw, they still had a chance to win that game. Because Seattle was one of the most, if not the most complete team in football they've been all year long. Excellent defense, great offensive coordinator, great head coach, good running game, good tight end. All I needed Sam Darnold just to play better than 4 interceptions. I thought he was capable of that. Now, I'll be honest, in my heart of hearts, when this matchup came to be, yeah, I'm gonna put my money on Matthew Stafford over Sam Darnold, because Matthew Stafford is, in my opinion, is this year's MVP, and he's been lights out all season long, in my opinion. Not to say that Sam Darnold has not played well, but I want to say congratulations to Sam Darnold, because you think about where this guy started. Left for dead in New York. Everyone thought he was an absolute bust as a top pick. He would never, pan out how everyone hyped him up to be. Goes to Carolina for a year or two. Doesn't look much better. Ends up with the San Francisco 49ers as a backup and plays well enough to get a shot with the Minnesota Vikings. And I want to focus on that because Kyle Shanahan, one of the best coaches in the game, saw the talent that Sam Darnold possessed and said, hey, we can work with you. We can get you to maximize that talent. And a lot of times in people's career, all it takes is one guy to believe in you and one guy to really want to work with you and know that there's more in the tank. So I give a lot of this success story to where Sam Darnold has come back from to Kyle Shanahan, because he's the one that gave him another chance. And he made to Sam Darnold's credit, he made the most of that chance, that one chance as a backup when Brock Purdy got injured, to go in there and show how much better he's gotten under better coaching, under a better atmosphere, to then get a shot at Minnesota. Ends up winning 14 games there, and then Minnesota lets him go. Minnesota fans, how are you feeling right now? But it's awesome. And I continue to doubt Sam Darnold up until this game. I didn't think that in this moment against that team in particular, he was 1-3 against the Rams going into this game. So the statistics and the numbers were telling me, hey, Sam Darnold may not have as good a game here. He might not be able to do it, but he played phenomenal. He did not look rattled at all the entire game. He took care of the football. He ran with the football when needed to, and he was threatening. Like, the Rams came at him a few times, and he took some shots in the pocket, stood in there, took it, and delivered some strikes on him, that right down the middle of the field for some touchdowns. To Cooper Kupp, to Jake Bobo, to eventually JSN. Sam Darnold played a phenomenal game, setting us up for a rematch of the Seahawks and the Patriots ever since that infamous ball in the 1-yard line, not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch instead of throwing it. We'll see how it turns out this year. But we have a matchup with two of the best coaches in their first and second year. First year for Mike Vrabel, second year for Mike McDonald, and now we see Sam Darnold versus Drake May. Is the star power there? Not quite. If we're talking about the best quarterbacks in the league, star power is not quite there. But these are two of the most consistent teams and the two most well-coached teams in the NFL meeting up in the biggest game.